After a dip on the first 2 days of this week, new infections are back up again. For 3 weeks now, India has been reporting more than 300,000 new infections daily. In the last 24 hours, more than 360,000 people have tested positive in India. Active cases are growing again. India has more than 3.7 million active cases. The growth in recoveries remains steady. Close to 20 million people have recovered by now. But no respite in the number of fatalities. For more than 2 weeks, deaths recorded in India have exceeded the 3,000 mark, 3,000 a day. For the past 2 days, the number has exceeded 4,000 a day. In the last 24 hours, more than 4,100 people have died in India. The bad news does not end there, unfortunately. The impact of this deadly surge is showing on India's economy. A think tank has put out some data, and this is what it says. India's unemployment shot up to 8% in April. It was at 6.5% in March. Almost 7.4 million jobs have been lost during this surge, 7.4 million in a month. In January this year, more than 400 million citizens in India were employed. That number is now down to 390 million. Almost 34 million citizens are now actively looking for a job in this country. What's happening with the vaccinations? The shortage persists. A new advisory has been issued, and this is what it says. If you have recovered from COVID, you will have to wait for 6 months to get your shot. What's the logic behind this? Studies show that 80% of those infected will remain protected for 7 months. They will have antibodies, so they can wait for their shot. If you have taken 1 dose of Covishield, you will have to wait for 12 to 16 weeks for the second shot. This is the second time in 3 months that the dosage interval for Covishield has been widened in India. First, the gap was 28 days between 2 shots. That's 4 weeks. Then it was increased to 6 to 8 weeks, and now it's 12 to 16 weeks. Does this happen in any other country? Yes, it does. Spain is the only other country that allows citizens to wait up to 16 weeks for the second dose. What about the rest? The United Kingdom and the European Medicines Agency, their regulator, advise 4 to 12 weeks, the gap between 2 shots, 4 to 12 weeks. The World Health Organization recommends 8 to 12 weeks. What about Covaxin? There's no change in the dosage interval there. You can take your second jab after 28 days. There is a recommendation for pregnant women too. The government panel says that they should be able to choose their vaccine. Now, what explains these revisions? Reports say these changes are rooted in science. They may be, but it's also a fact that India is short of vaccines, and longer intervals between doses will allow us to cover more people with 1 shot. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.